Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I'm an alcoholic through and through. And today, by the grace of God, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I couldn't be any more thankful. We want to welcome you to this platform here today, regardless of what your addiction may be. You are absolutely welcome here. We support your pathway to recovery, your pathway, all pathways, and whichever pathway is that you choose. Well, we are here to help, and we definitely want to make sure that it works for you. Special shout out, huge thank you to all the folks, the 5 folks that came down and sat on our Crosstalk QA panel yesterday. It was really remarkable. The feedback that I got back was just incredible, and I'm just so incredibly happy. The clients really responded well, and yesterday was as painful or as uncomfortable as it might have been at first. It was the first time my wife actually sat on a panel and participated in one of those QA panels. So the clients were asking her questions. They didn't know it at first. We kind of kept it under wraps, but I let the cat out of the bag about 2 or 3 questions into the process and let everybody know that that's my wife. And so they got to watch me squirm a little bit. But thank you guys for, all of you guys for joining us on the panel yesterday. And then, of course, thank you to the 28-day facility that you guys let us come in there and work with these folks, and man, it's incredible. So thank you guys. I want to talk today about pathways. And when AA doesn't work or NA doesn't work, what do you do? Well, let me say this. You may have been at a point where you tried AA. I know I was, or you tried NA, or you tried Celebrate Recovery, or you tried something. And you say, well, I just don't think it's going to work. And that's fair. It may not. I know folks that AA didn't work for them. I know folks that NA didn't work for them. It's totally fair. But let me ask you this. Before you check that box and move on, did you really try it? Did you really, sincerely, wholeheartedly give it a 1,000% effort to try it? See, I thought I tried AA before, back in 2013, 2014. Thought I tried it. The truth be told, I didn't. I didn't give it a wholehearted, honest try. And I was thinking about this a little bit more in detail. I think at the end of the day, the reason why it didn't work for me back then was because, well, a couple reasons, but one of the main reasons why was because my own pride and my own ego. What I mean by that is, I really think that I wanted to be the one to check that box. That, hey, I got myself sober. Instead of saying, hey, AA got me sober. I think I wanted me to take credit for getting me sober because I didn't want to admit that there was a power out there greater than me that could help restore me to sanity. I didn't want to admit that there was a fellowship of drunks and drug addicts that could help get me sober. I wanted to take credit for my own sobriety. I wanted to be able to check that box for myself. And I think I really believe that was part of the reason why I was scared to really give it a wholehearted try. Again, I've said this 1,000 times. I heard the God thing. I heard this whole concept of God. And anytime somebody else mentioned God or faith, I immediately thought to religion. And I wanted nothing to do with religion. I still don't actually, but that's okay. And coming in whenever I did, I learned that religion is totally different than spirituality. Religion is for people who are afraid to go to hell. Spirituality is for people who've already been there and done that. So what do you do whenever you think that your program's not going to work? Does that mean if you've tried a program and it's just not going to work, does that mean you're doomed forever? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. See, I thought that too. Again, I thought that I'd tried AA and it didn't work and I was just destined to failure. So what do I do? Well, what you do is, and how you make a program work, or let me say this, which program will work for you, is you find out which program that you can make work for you. See, I've said this 1,000 times. I tried everything. I tried AA. I tried Celebrate Recovery. I tried changing my brands, changing my times, changing my places, people, things, everything in order to help me stop drinking. And nothing worked. And so when I came in, at that point, I was just so desperate. When I came back in anyway in 2021, I was so desperate. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to make a good old-fashioned college try. I'm going to have to be willing to really try this thing this time around. And I did. So with everything else that I tried, me working the steps of AA was the only thing that worked for me. I'm not trying to sell you on AA, by the way. I'm not. I'm just telling you what worked for me. It was the only thing that worked for me. Does that mean it's the only thing that's going to work for you? No, it doesn't. What that means is it's the only thing that worked for me. There are other pathways, other ways that you can achieve and maintain and achieve your sobriety. Great example. A couple of my good friends, a couple guys that they're close enough to me. I feel like I could call them up, make one phone call, and they'd be here at my house at 2:00 in the morning to help me with whatever. They know, I believe they know, that they could call me at 2:00 in the morning and I'd show up at their place to help them with whatever. Very close friends of mine. I consider them to be really close friends of mine. They don't necessarily follow AA. Matter of fact, they hated meetings. They hated big book studies. They don't necessarily follow AA. But keep in mind what we're talking about. Fundamentally, all recovery pathways have these fundamental principles. They've taken these fundamental principles and made them work for them. And what I mean by that is they're not working the program like I work my program, because they're different people. They recover differently, and that's perfectly 1,000% okay. But they're taking my program and other people's programs, and they are doing what makes what they're able to make work for them, and that's why they're so successful. And that's why I sit back and I look at these guys and I'm going, damn, I wonder, I wish that I might have tried it the way they're doing it. Because see, I was indoctrinated. I was thinking I had to do it, this exact certain way, or else I was going to be destined to failure. And no one necessarily told me that. That's just what I automatically thought. Kind of like religion. If you don't believe this certain way, you're automatically going to burn in hell. So I just kind of automatically assumed. These guys, they're like, no, fuck you. Let me take a little bit of this. Let me take a little bit of that. I'll take step 2 from over here, step 1 from over here, step 12 from over here. And I'm going to put it together. And guess what? It fucking works for them. And I'm absolutely amazed that it works for them. I only wish I was smart enough to at least given it a shot. Now, does that mean it would have worked for me? No, doesn't mean it would. But it could have. But at the end of the day, you know what fucking matters? It works for them. What I do works for me. Me working my AA principles works for me. Them working their principles works for them. At the end of the day, the only single thing that matters here, guys, is that you just make it to the end of your day drawing a sober breath. That's it. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter how you get there. Doesn't matter which road you're on. As long as the destinations are the same, the end point is the same, that's all that fucking matters. And I want to encourage you today, just because you think, AA or NA or Celebrate Recovery or whatever A you want to throw out there, just because you think that may not work for you, first and foremost, ask yourself, did you really give it a wholehearted effort? And if you did, and you may have, and if you did, and you still say, nah, I did, and it just didn't work. Okay. Ask yourself, which program, what pathway can I pick, can I choose, and make it work for me? Just like the guys I'm talking about. They make their pathway work for them, and that's what makes me so fucking proud of them. That's what makes me so fucking proud of them. That may be what you have to do. My point here is, guys, just because my program may not work for you doesn't mean you're hopeless. It just means there's another way. We are just going to have to help you find it. And that's what we're here to do. With that being said, I'll let you guys go. Hope you guys have an absolutely kick-ass Sunday. Start of the week, going to be a busy week, I know, but that's all right. So I want to thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be more appreciative. And again, thank you to the guys, to the folks, guys and gals at the 28-day facility that we visit every Saturday. Thank you guys for letting us come in, and thank you to our panelists from yesterday too. It's incredible. We have Crosstalk meeting Tuesday night at the 28-day facility, so I want to encourage you guys to come on down and check that out. If you are in that area. So, but anyway, so again, I want to thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes. This really does help me and keep me sober. So thank you. And if you guys have a topic you'd like to hear discussed, feel free to drop in the Recovery Classroom Facebook group page. It is a private group. We maintain anonymity there. Or you can email me directly, Drew, DREW, at recoveryclassroom.org. So we'll talk again tomorrow, guys. Remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.